Okay. Was Maple not streaming? They don't have a title. Or they don't have a category. Hi guys, welcome back. Let's do close out some of this. See what's going on over here. Yeah, they're gonna put Mega Man in Smash. Can you believe it? Hi, Wiggly. Jeez, that was loud. Hey, hey, Wiggly.
What about tacos? Barbecue could be great. Or a hot bowl of ramen.
God, I could go for a hot bowl of ramen. I know, it's been forever.
Wind up, I did 135 hours Monster Hunter World, dual blade.
Hi, Lily.
No, dual blades.
Like that.
Dual blades for
defend that.
speed, 100%. But nothing feels so satisfying though when you get that hit with the hammer and it's so heavy and it's just whoa.
So then you get caught and it's on top of you. It's just too slow.
fun.
I understand.
You gotta get in, you gotta get out.
How are you? Did I just go live?
There's like a certain
Yeah.
satisfaction when you finally get the wind up
I'm live again.
and the hit right out of the park.
Especially against the T-Rex.
I took a nap.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Live 2. I'm gonna go live 3 later today for Mega Man.
That was a great one. Thank you so much for that, Monster Hunter AMA, of course. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions you want answered at E3, hashtag E32021, you can get your comments on the little ticker that goes by. And of course, we're running polls throughout this. We've been running polls all day long about the old Capcom. And of course, we are coming up pretty dang quick on the Capcom presentation.
Haven't been invested in E3. I've been watching some of it.
Of course, hosted by our friend Seltzer. Then we know we're gonna get stuff on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're gonna get stuff on Monster Hunter Rise. We're gonna get stuff on Monster Hunter Stories 2. We're gonna get Resident Evil Village. That is what they have officially
Nice.
said. Of course, I still hold out hope for more on Resident Evil 4 VR, multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And then if you really want to start dreaming, I know you.
Yeah, I can already tell.
Talk about Lost Planet, like that's
Sorry guys, I went down the rabbit hole. I don't want to get anyone's hopes
let's
up
hear it.
here. Although it would be fantastic to have it, but let's focus on what we already know. I'm looking forward to seeing what Resident Evil Village content they're planning to bring to the table. Game's been a massive hit.
What if they make Marvel vs. Capcom 12?
Maybe give us some new stuff.
Yeah. Jackie, what do you want?
Okay, so I am not super into puzzle mystery games, just being completely honest. But I mean, Ace Attorney just totally plays to me. Obviously, I'm a big weeb. I absolutely adore anime. So just seeing the protagonist,
I'm a
being
big
like,
weeb.
Objection! Like I'm just like I am absolutely 100% here for it. Also,
Objection
there's a character
makes
in
me
there named
cream.
Sherlock Sholmes. I mean,
That's
that
how you get on
alone,
the
I'm
copyright.
just like,
That's
I'm exactly. I was like, I love this, so I'm
You have to
definitely
pay
here
anybody.
for it.
You have to pay anybody on
It's
that
so
one.
smart, right?
Yeah, you'll be getting it, of course.
I'll Herlock your
The
Sholmes.
Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, 2 games that were released in
I'm a
Japan,
big
Final
slut
Fantasy
too. Hey, what's up, Lily?
It's about time, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you've been waiting for.
So is it the same on E3's channel versus?
4, 3,
Good
2,
countdown.
1, go.
Well, I guess it's the same. Yeah. No, I do Shimura. Totally. Sometimes. Marvel or Capcom versus SNK 3. Oh yeah. Very true.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase. I'm your host, Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from Capcom.
Battle Network.
We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. Then we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So
Do
what
they-
are we waiting for?
are they gonna-
Let's get started.
Are they
Our
gonna show
first stop
anything
today,
new?
Resident Evil Village. The Resident Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival.
The way they
horror.
talked about it
The team has
made
been
it sound like they're
blown
not gonna
away
show
by the
anything
response
new.
to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates its 25th anniversary
Maybe?
this year. I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Resident Evil in Street Fighter 5.
Another time.
Bye-bye.
There's nothing to fear.
Uh-oh.
She's everything to me.
I think it's time
Bright.
you left things in my hands.
Go on.
Mother Brain? The
Hi
baby?
everyone. My name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in
Their stream
Survival
is
Horror.
lagging.
As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil RE-verse.
Wait, they have
Players
online
will get to
multiplayer for
with
this?
Their favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons. I'm now happy to announce that Resident Evil RE-verse will go live next month across all supported platforms. So head into the fray to
Wow.
celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
Resident Evil Village. It takes a village. By popular demand. Resident Evil DLC has just started.
Thank you, Kanda-san.
Can we get
That's
popular
wonderful.
demand for Fighters
Next
Pass
up,
3
some
for
of all the latest
Smash?
News from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside
That would be
monsters
great.
or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
Sakurai can have a break. I'm not saying Sakurai can't have a break, but I mean, Fighters Pass 3 would be poggers.
This was his fate.
Give Sakurai a couple months to have a vacation.
Red may have been strong and skilled, but against the awesome power of nature, he was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
All around, things just kept getting worse.
I like anime Monster Hunter.
But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and returned.
Oh,
to
my
help
alarm's
us.
going off.
I went there to see Red's old monster again. Then, of course, that's when I met you.
Me?
You were given Red's kinship stone, and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
It's my density.
This is the legendary
Babby
monster,
Rathalos.
Wing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe
Babylos. That's what I was gonna say.
strange happenings in the wings of ruin. The pits are appearing everywhere.
What does Twitch
and
chat think of
emitting
this?
Strange light.
Mixed reactions. I mean, it's cool. This is probably the most interest I have in Monster Hunter.
Idea of forming kinship with monsters. How do you control them?
It's
Just
not
ask
about
Pokemon.
control.
It's
Monsters
about
have
friendship.
their own will. And the bonds between
I love How to
monsters
Train Your
and
Dragon.
Rathas are just like your bond with Tsukino.
How to Train Your Rathalos.
What kind of power does Ratha really have?
That's true, Wiggly.
It's appearing. And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves?
Twitch chat be like,
All I have are questions.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice, Ratha will become anxious too.
hi,
He needs to know
Kazik.
that you will protect him no matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
Cute anime girl.
Can you hear it?
Riders can bond with monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
Groove?
They have the power.
That's an interesting word choice.
They're friends. They're monsties. Humans carry
They're
the strength of everyone they
monsties?
meet. That makes them
Monsties?
strong. My friends here taught me that. I
Monsties.
believe in the strength of humanity.
Humies and monsties. Monster Hunter Stories 2. Looks great. Looks good. Monsties. Monsties is in chat. Featuring free title updates. I love this song. Why does that dog go so fast? The new Monstie Palamute. Monstie. Oh my gosh. New. Oh, that's a cute outfit. Why would they make that a oh! God, they're showing too much right here. They just showed like 6 screens.
Looks pretty epic, right? And how about that announcement?
Pretty
The
epic.
canine companion Palamute from Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter
I want to hear her
Stories
say
2
Monstie.
as one of the
I
new
want to hear her
Monsties
say.
in the full
She
title
said it.
update coming soon after the game's release. You can get an early peek at the game with the Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin trial version starting on June 25th, which also carries your progress over to the full game release just a few weeks later on July 9th. That's not the only way to join the hunt. Millions of you made Monster Hunter Rise a huge success earlier this year, and we have even more content coming, including a new collaboration on the Rise. Let's find out more.
On the rise. Hi, Minecraft boy. Oh, get it? Because. Let us fight Mara. Oh my god, yes. That would be amazing.
Rathalos is no run to Moon's blessing emerge. Get ready.
Please, I would die for a Mara collab. Monster. Wait, the collab is Monster Hunter cross Monster Hunter? I'm not sure that really counts as a collab. The biggest collab since Endgame. Oh my god, you get black leather pants? Hold up. Penguin! Think you can take me? Don't forget me.
There has never been a better time to be a Monster Hunter fan. With all the new updates to Monster
Is that
Hunter
true?
Rise and the launch of Monster Hunter Stories 2 this summer. We can't wait to hear about your own stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has
Yeah?
in store for us this July.
Yeah, yeah.
Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to explore.
Phoenix
with the
Wright.
release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. North American and European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures
I know all about
and
law.
the Great
I played Ace
2
Attorney.
Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan.
When you get arrested, you're like,
You'll travel back in time to the late
do you need
19th century Japan
an
and
attorney?
London to play as Ryunosuke
No, no.
Nagamoto, Phoenix Wright's
I got it.
ancestor
I played
in
Ace
this
Attorney.
action-packed prequel. Now let's hear more about the story.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
Objection.
Welcome to the center of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital.
Can we bring the parrot up to the stand?
I will become a lawyer. I have to.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events.
Is this the part where they reveal Phoenix Wright for Smash?
Who are you? Herlock Sholmes. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this.
Is this the
case
part where
now.
they reveal Herlock Sholmes for Smash?
Art of deduction. Mr. Naraho. Well, what have we here?
Herlock Sholmes.
It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
It looks good. I've only played the original Ace Attorney. That's the only one I've played.
Objection. Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
There's just so many.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
She's cute.
You're the best lawyer in the world.
13? Oh my gosh.
So we have 10 new cases and 8 new
Yeah, I was about to say, and a
escapades
latent
where
crossover.
you can take on the role of a defense attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at 2 gameplay features new to the franchise in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
I thought that was
Hands
gameplay.
of deduction and summation examination.
Hi, Lily. Yeah, you missed the Monster Hunter
I'm John,
collab with
Capcom's
Monster Hunter.
marketing brand manager for Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So this
They announced Monster Hunter is collabing with Monster Hunter.
where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay
You think I'm joking? I'm not actually.
and summation examination coming to the Ace Attorney series.
Ah.
When investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination.
Ding.
With the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Susato and the brilliance of deduction.
It's
from Detective
Monster Hunter Rise cross Monster Hunter Stories. Naruhodo. Wait, is it?
Herlock will proceed to present
Naruhodo.
his reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet
No, yeah, I
series
love
of
Sholmes so far. I swear, they use that ding sound effect as much as Johnny Test used whip crack sound effects. That man's got... Oh, look, there it was again. There...
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deduction.
There it was again.
At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the
Oh my
detective's
gosh.
logic and reveal the truth to the mystery.
Take a shot every time that sound plays. I don't know how long you would last. Hi, Athena.
As players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information. Upon uncovering the truth, Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
Semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance. I can't believe how many times they've played that so far. They keep playing it. I'm dying. Well, your liver already belongs to me, so... so... Whoa, she's pretty. Oh.
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white,
Oh,
representing a not
Blossomy, hi, I love you too.
In summation examination, take the stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict.
Oh my gosh.
You'll have to identify
I'm
conflicting
crying.
statements and sway the jury in your favor. Examine each statement carefully and select 2 contradicting jurors to call out the flaws in their logic.
Objection!
Objection.
Be ready to provide evidence
Wait, really?
to help prove the contradiction in their
Oh, that's so amazing, Blossomy. Oh, I'm so happy for
If you successfully
you.
point out one of these
Oh,
contradictions
that
among
makes
the
me so
jurors, it might
happy.
just change their minds too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will
Gosh,
send a
I hope
fiery
it's gone
bolt
for
towards the scales
good.
above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor. Bring each contradiction to light.
I would give you a
and persuade
huge
the
hug
jury
if I
to help
could.
prove your client's innocence.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
This has just been a small taste of the exciting new gameplay features.
Virtual hugs. I'll
Great
give you
Ace
all the
Attorney
hugs.
Chronicles. We are very excited
You deserve
to get
it.
this game in the hands of both new fans.
I'm
and
really
diehard
happy
fans
for
alike.
you.
Thanks for watching.
It already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom, but what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from 2 of the stars of Capcom
Oh my
Fighters,
gosh, Wiggly.
Rob TV and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel World Open,
Sports.
Street Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters.
One for
Over to you
juror.
guys.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome
Someone
to
clipped
the
it.
Capcom esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour, as well as
Yes, have a lovely day, Blossomy.
player and host
You're amazing.
extraordinaire, Hollywood, Rob TV. What's going on, Rob?
Oh my goodness, Vicious. Host extraordinaire.
I'm gonna give
That
you
just
all the
sounds beautiful.
hugs.
It has a ring to it, and I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today.
What is this guy
Street Fighter
talking
V,
about?
Capcom E3. It just feels right, and you feel the electricity
Hey, it's
in
Seth.
the air. Nice, nice.
Nice.
And there might be some people at home, Vicious, who don't fully know what competitive Street Fighter V is. The long and the short of it is this: we travel all around the world, state to state, country to country, and we try to bring our
Unstreets your fighter.
from 100 all the way down to 0, and feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right, Rob. If you think you're the best in your region, sign up for Capcom Pro Tour to prove it and become possibly a world champion at Street Fighter V.
The double perfect, the way he looked at the camera like, don't ever expect another man to control me.
So in
Where the
this year's
fluff is
CPT
Mega Man?
overall,
Wiggly.
in a series
Mega Man is tonight. It's Mega Man Monday.
But that money alone, that's not what's really at stake here. It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all, Capcom Cup.
No more cancer. I'm so happy for you, Blossomy. I really am.
So behind me, you can see in all of its glory the Capcom.
That's got to be a huge weight off your shoulders.
Official stage and set, and that's a place that you are very, very familiar with.
That's right. We take all of our events and broadcast it live from this stage.
Mago?
Check out all of the top competitors.
Mago's a
from each and every one of
VTuber.
these regions. And speaking of, the Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom Pro Tour.
32.
Spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into
Who will
Capcom Cup
rise?
this season.
Monster
I'm
Hunter
absolutely
Rise?
excited because again, that is a big change from what 2020 was into what we could expect for 2021.
And Mago is your first qualifier for Japan.
Mago is the egg VTuber.
Not only can you catch the Capcom Pro Tour live on the Capcom Fighters channel, you can do so on a plethora of
That's so
platforms
amazing,
on Twitch,
Blossomy.
YouTube,
Ah,
Twitter,
gosh.
and Facebook. Of course, if you don't catch it live, you can also check out the VODs for all the competitive studying you would need to become
Yeah,
a
I imagine.
player, as well as catching some of the community-focused content that we have on Capcom Fighters. We have No Neutral, the official pre-show of the Capcom Pro Tour. We have sets where we take players from around the world and play off in an exhibition first to 10. Not only that, actually, we do have Street Fighter League that's happened.
Go get you some well-deserved sleep, Blossomy.
6 teams of 3, duke it out
You've
in a
earned it.
battle tournament series to see who will walk away with the championship and the 100.
That's so amazing. Ah, Doran, thank you for the gift sub to Blossomy. Aww. Thank you.
Look for more news on Street Fighter League later this year. It's Oki time.
Give Blossomy all the love. Now you can use
Let's not forget,
the love emote.
Intel World Opening is happening right now. Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their place in the World Finals happening next month. Be sure to check out the official
You are
website
definitely
for more
loved.
information, including current standings and broadcast schedule.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logged in during this
Yeah,
period
I hope to see you again soon, Blossomy.
competitor title and dojo object. You do not.
We're all rooting for you.
Highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future Capcom Pro Tour updates on the Capcom Fighters channel.
And again, we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan
Points go
region. We've had a
Burr.
couple more events going on afterwards. But
Hi,
action
Momo.
does not stop. In fact,
Oh,
we're gonna be
hydrate.
continuing off
Thank you.
with the Midwest region for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're definitely excited about that.
100%. I mean, of course, your boy is from Ohio.
Hydration's cool.
Make sure you guys tune in to see the tournament. You do not
Ohio?
want to miss some of the best
That's where I'm
Super
moving.
players in the world compete head to head.
So it's you.
I dare you to find better
Akuma.
I dare you.
This is a game about being a world warrior.
You grew up in Ohio? That's where you're going on holiday? Nice. Yeah, that's where Priscilla lives, and I'm gonna go be with her.
That's what I'm talking about.
I told you it's gonna go to the limit, and I ain't lying to the peak.
This is the ultimate Street Fighter V experience. This is Capcom Pro Tour.
I'm really excited.
Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far, and I can't wait to see how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check
Capcom
out Capcom
Cup.
Fighters' Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw. Resident Evil Village is back with the latest installment of the survival horror experience and RE-Verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have new adventures to embark on in the world of Monster Hunter, with Monster Hunter Stories
Talks about
2,
Street Fighter
Wings of
V,
Ruin,
announces nothing.
and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to
Yeah.
go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history of Phoenix Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go
I don't know if I
anywhere
would go that far to say something for everyone.
and make sure you check out the
Imagine
Capcom
not
Pro
announcing
booth
a
on
new
the
Mega
E3
Man
portal
game.
to watch all these videos again and more.
This post was brought to you by
Seltzer, thank you for being part of the
17 out of the
Capcom
past 20
experience
years.
this year.
No Mega Man games. Mega Man 12, please. I need it. Mega Man X8. Sleep time. Okay, go sleep, boss of me. Oh, wait, X8 exists? Does it? X9 then. I'm sorry. I never played past X3. E3 is just filler before the Nintendo showcase. You are not wrong.
Back, and that is a wrap on Capcom's presentation. I thought that rhymed for a second, and then I was gonna go, that rhymed, and then I was like, that didn't rhyme.
I love seeing the wheel. I saw the
You
gears.
saw the wheels
like,
turning.
No, that's not.
I was like, that doesn't rhyme at all. It's just day 3, and I'm just feeling it, folks. I'm feeling it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I understand.
Not gonna lie though, that certainly got me amped. We saw a lot of great titles there. And
That was
really
shit.
more depth about Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, all the stuff that we saw throughout the Resident
Yeah,
Evil. But
there
we
wasn't
wanted to
much
focus
there.
on Monster Hunter a little bit more here. Without a doubt, I am absolutely hyped for Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of
Yeah. Okay. Look at all this nothing. It really do be like that. Yeah, so why does Nintendo always win E3? Because they actually have things to show. Look, I'm going to make a bingo card later, but like, we're pretty much, remember that 1 year Siva Gunner won E3? Yes. Like, here's the thing with Nintendo's E3 tomorrow. Like, at the bare minimum, we're gonna get a Smash character. Like, that's literally a free space, right? And that already is enough to get me excited. And I can't remember, but I feel like they already confirmed that they're gonna show Breath of the Wild 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they confirmed that. So I mean, no, yeah, Gravy. I'm right there with you. I think it's very possible that they show 2 Smash characters, the final 2. Because, I mean, they almost always do 2, actually, during E3. I think they did Hero and Banjo. They did, what was it originally? Ridley and, okay, well, Ridley was by himself. Ridley and Daisy. No, yeah, that's true. Ridley and Daisy. And for Smash 4, they did Pac-Man, Palutena, and Mii's all in one. They did Mega Man, Wii Fit, and Villager all in one. So yeah, I mean, and Ryu and Roy for DLC. And Lucas. So yeah, I mean, it's very possible we get the final 2 characters. Who do I want? I mean, obviously I want 2B the most. I think it's still very possible. High probabilities we could get... Here, let me put on a little background music in the meantime. Resistance. Camp near autumn. Perfect. What is it called? Peaceful Sleep? Peaceful Sleep. Okay, so Lily Blue for Smash. That would be Poggers. Incredibly obscure characters that everyone complains about. I think Ryu Hayabusa has a high chance. I know everyone always like, oh, it's Crash, right? Everyone's always been expecting Crash. I don't think it's gonna be Crash. But just being 100% honest, I would be surprised if it was Crash. Because everyone keeps thinking that like for in the entirety of Fire's Pass 2, everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be Crash, and so far it hasn't been. Yeah, I don't feel Crash made it either. I don't think it'll be Doom Guy. I know a lot of people want Doom Guy, but like I'm pretty sure Bethesda talked about it and they were like, no, we don't really have any plans. So I'm not sure. Realistically thinking, though, I'm thinking it'll be a Japanese character. So, like, I mean, gosh, could you imagine, like, Master Chief? That would be crazy. But I don't think that's going to happen, just because, like, I think it's going to be a Japanese character. I still think 2B fits the bill. That would be amazing. Rather Doomslayer than Master Chief. At least one first party. 2 feet. two booty. But what first party character would they add? Oh my gosh, I had a dream. That's right, I had a dream the other day that they added Balloon Fighter as one of the final 2 characters. And he just flew around and everyone was disappointed. Because that's all he does in the games. The game, I should say. There's only one balloon fight game. I guess if you include Nintendo Land, there's 2. We still haven't gotten a Pokemon. Oh god, you're right. Oh no. I don't think we'll get a Pokemon, but that would be really disappointing if it was. Unless it was like Toxtricity. That would be kind of cool. But still, even then. Yeah. Pokemon would be... I think we can all agree Pokemon is the least exciting character so far. Or, like, as an option, that would be the least exciting character. This one, not a single one. Wait, who's been in this one? Min, Steve, Sephiroth. What was the last one? Pyramithra. Okay, hear me out, right? I've talked about this before, my theory. The only character I predicted really was Min, and that was after they said, hey, we're putting ARMS in Smash. I was like, oh, they're probably going to put Min in. That was my guess. Pyra and Mithra, I thought they might add like Rex and Pyra. I wouldn't have expected it to be Pyra and Mithra without Rex. But I thought that was a possibility. Ooh, add Morrigan? That would be interesting. Another fighting game character though. Maybe. It was a Rexless decision. Okay, so here's my theory, right? I think ARMS counts as first party. Yes. I mean, ARMS and Xenoblade 2 are both first party. So they added Steve and Sephiroth. And I feel like both of those are characters that are incredibly high-profile video game characters, but people weren't really expecting to be in Smash, right? Like, I know some people predicted Steve, but it wasn't. He definitely wasn't a front runner of like, oh yeah, Steve is like a given. And Sephiroth is definitely one that was not a front runner in people's minds. But he is an iconic video game character. And here's something. Most of the characters actually all of the characters in Fighter Pass 2 so far have come from companies that were in Fighters Pass 1, right? So Min and Pythra are both first-party characters, and you know, Byleth was a first-party character. Hello again, Krabs. Sephiroth was a Square Enix character, and Hero was a Square Enix character. And Steve was a Microsoft character, and Banjo was a Microsoft character. So, with that train of logic, that leaves SNK, Atlas, and... No, SNK and Atlas. And while I don't think they're going to add another Atlas character, because, like, who else would they add? They could add in Vincent from Catherine. Yo, low-key, that would actually be really hype. I would actually really like that. If they added in Vincent from Catherine. Or Mara. Mara. I don't think SNK is going to get another character just because of the fact that Sakurai pretty much put the entirety of SNK in Smash. So I think they're pretty much done with SNK. But Atlas is owned by Sega, right? So what's a Sega character that's iconic that nobody really is expecting, really? Wiggly. I think you kind of see what I'm getting at here. I was gonna say Tails, but Eggman fits the bill as well. Mostly because, like, you know, Sonic only has one franchise character, and that's Sonic. And it feels like, I don't know, personally, I feel like Tails is missing. I mean, Eggman would be cool too, right? But it's like you have Mario and Luigi, you have Sonic and Tails. Like, he's incredibly recognizable. Eggman is the go-to. People really have been considered the possibility of a PSO2. Wait, really? I hadn't thought about that. Hello, Emmanuel. How are you today? I don't know. Mario has Bowser. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you do have the villains, right? But before Bowser was added, Luigi was added. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? So I think Tails is a possibility. I think Tails is a very real possibility that a lot of people sleep on. And more Sonic music is never a bad thing. What the stage would be, though... Station Square. Yo, oh my god. Yo, Station Square. The Mystic Ruins? That would be sick. Death Egg from Sonic 3. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That would be so sick. Literally anything from Sonic 3. I would just... Sonic 3 is so good. And Knuckles. What about Hidden Palace Zone? Or Sky Sanctuary? Oh my god, that would be amazing. Honestly, Gravy, Bandana D is another possibility that I think people are sleeping on. I don't expect it to be Bandana D, but when people are thinking about first party characters, they're like, oh, well, there's none left, right? They're like, oh, there's no more we already have all the first party characters. I mean, Bandana D, he does fit in with the Kirby characters a lot, and we haven't had a Kirby character since Brawl. I mean, he's the last one of, like, the main four nowadays. But oh my gosh, like, Kirby Star Allies added in, like, all the cool characters. I know Magolor was pretty popular on the, like, Japanese polls. I don't think it'd be Magolor. Like, it would have to be Bandana D before it would be Magolor, but still. I thought it was cool that they added Magolor in Star Allies as a playable character, because people were like, how would Magolor work? Well, there you go. Yeah, Bandana D would round out the Kirby quartet. Absolutely, I 100% agree with you. That would be super cool. I mean, he already has a moveset made practically. I think a lot of people would be disappointed with that, but I don't think I would be. I'd be happy to have Bandana D. It feels like Bandana D feels like a character that's missing right now. Like, it wouldn't feel like a guest character like some of like the other DLC characters. It would feel like a character that should have been there from the get-go. That's what I think. That's true. People are going to be disappointed no matter who the character is, unless it's like, I don't know. I can't think of a character that like no one would be disappointed with, except for maybe like at least American audiences. Maybe Master Chief would be like a character that everyone would be hyped for. I don't know how Japan feels about Halo, but Bandana D's kind of in the same tier as Dixie Kong. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I would be more disappointed if it was Dixie Kong instead of Bandana D. I think I'd rather, of those two, I'd rather have Bandana D over Dixie Kong. But then again, I don't know, more Donkey Kong stage, more Donkey Kong music. What if they bring back Dixie? What if they bring Dixie Kong and for her stage, they just bring back Rumble Falls from Brawl? Oh God. That would be something. Add Funky Kong, new funky mode. That would be crazy. Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, possibility. Lloyd Irving, I think is another possibility. Though it's hard to say with like, do they really have a bias against sword users? Because like Lloyd Irving is a sword user, 2B is a sword user, and they've had a lot of them so far. Does that mean they won't add more? Absolutely not. It doesn't mean that. Bandana D has a spear though. That's true. Byleth does have a spear, but only for a couple attacks. Yeah, I'd be happy with Phoenix Wright. I just think it's interesting that like Phoenix Wright as a franchise feels like perfectly at home in Smash. But there's no Phoenix Wright content in Smash at all, and I find that baffling, right? There's no Mii costumes, there's no spirits, there's nothing. But they have Monster Hunter? Like, I feel like if they were going to add a Mii costume, Capcom Mii costumes, Phoenix Wright would be, like, such a given. But they didn't. So I don't know, I think it's possible. There's a lot of possibilities. Famicom Detective Club. What if they add like Tsubasa from Tokyo Mirage Sessions as one of the final two characters? I don't think that would be received well, but then we could get idol music in Smash. We could get the Tokyo Mirage theme. Yeah, I mean, Phoenix Wright is in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, so he can fight. That much is true. Other than that, though, like, I don't know, Contra? They could add Contra. Yo, low-key, I still think Ring Fit Trainer would be an excellent character and would play very differently from Wii Fit Trainer. Obviously, it's not going to happen. I mean, they already added in Ring Fit Spirits in Smash. I feel like the Spirits post-game launch kind of deconfirmed characters, right? Like, they added in Resident Evil Spirits just out of nowhere. I feel like that kind of is a soft deconfirm. Spirits themselves don't deconfirm characters, as been proven with Min Min and Pythra. But those were in the base game. They feel like a lock for the next game. True. Ring Fit was just so cool. Like, I love Ring Fit. I love... You could. It's like playing as an airbender. I think it's a great idea. As a Ring Fit stan, I definitely stan Ring Fit. I saw someone mention earlier that like they could announce a new game and then a character alongside that. I know a lot of people propose ideas like that, but honestly, have they ever really done that before? Where they like announce a game and then announce a character? Unless it's like a port of like an existing game. I've never known them to announce a new game and then add a character like from that, right? Like if they decided to announce, hey, we're porting Nier Automata to Switch, then we could get 2B. But like, I don't see them announcing a new game. Like if they, God forbid, they announce a new Fire Emblem and add the protagonist. Dragon Quest 11, you mean? Port? Yeah. Yeah, Corrin came out before Fates, but that was only in America. Fates was already out in Japan. Like you said, yeah, just the English release. I don't know, who else is there? Birdo. Get our trans rep in there. I still seriously think that 2B is a very real possibility. Characters for Smash. DLC. The Backlash may get Waluigi a spot. Ooh. That's true. That's a possibility. Oh my god, Petey Piranha. Could you imagine? Lloyd Irving. Tracer? I don't think Tracer would happen. Oh yeah, there is always the possibility of a new Zelda character. The backlash from Waluigi, like, not being a character, Wiggly. Like, originally, everyone was, like, upset that Waluigi wasn't a character. I still think Isaac from Golden Sun would be amazing. If they were going to add an assist trophy as a playable character, I think I'd want it to be Isaac. Poor Gino. Oh my god, could you imagine Sora? Sora, there's no way Sora would happen. But god, could you imagine? Who would they even add from Zelda? Everyone's like, they want to add a new Zelda character. I guess they could add the champions. But then again, like, what would you make the stage? Like, there's already a Breath of the Wild stage. I say that, but I mean, there was already a Final Fantasy VII stage when they added Sephiroth. So, I mean, I guess they could add Hyrule Castle. Or one of the Divine Beasts or something. They could add the champions as, like, a single character, maybe. Yeah. That'd be interesting. Oh. Duh. Of course. Skyward Sword's getting re-released. Let the Groose loose. The Groose is gonna be loose. Breath of the Wild Zelda. I don't see it. Just because Zelda already exists. I mean, to be fair, we do have 3 links, but... Yes, let the Groose loose. They're gonna add, you know what? You know what they're gonna add? What's his name? Who's calling me? Should I answer this? Here, I'll answer this real quick. It was nothing. Spam call. They're gonna add the main character from Dragalia Lost. That's what it's gonna be. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Why are my eyes so, like, closing? What the heck? I need to recalibrate my camera real quick. Hold on. Why is my camera freaking out? The heck? Yeah, I mean, it's not an impossibility. Plants vs. Zombies pea shooter. Five Nights at Freddy. Yo, low-key, Five Nights at Freddy's gonna get a Mii costume. Just throwing that out there. That's my prediction. Five Nights at Freddy gets a Mii costume. Nintendo and the Dragalia devs had a falling out. Wait, really? Huh. What if they add in the characters from Fire Emblem Heroes? This girl, the girl and the guy. More Fire Emblem. Nintendo franchises. Gatekeeper Kun. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh my god, Genki Bunroku. Sharp FE. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Chibi Robo. Wait. Is Chibi Robo an assist trophy? He's not, is he? No, he's just a spirit. Yo, Chibi Robo. Confirmed. Yeah, same Niels. I think we're all forgetting who the most important Nintendo character is. Let's go, Lincoln. It's gonna happen, guys. Look at him. It's gonna happen. I remember when Codename Steam and Splatoon were both announced the same year. I was like, so these are our two new IPs. And then Splatoon took off and Codename Steam didn't. Third party Smash characters. Gosh, that's real. That's actually real. That all those characters are here. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. It's, oh my gosh, looking at them like this. Jeez. Oh my god, we're forgetting Jibanyan, Yokai Watch. No. God, I would cry if it was Jibanyan. That would be more underwhelming than a Pokemon, in my opinion. I don't think Rayman's gonna happen as much as I would love Rayman. Professor Layton? What if it's like Chrono? Yo, that would be sick. Oh, Saki Amamiya from Sin and Punishment? Nah, none of those are gonna happen. Shantae. Shantae, please. Look, all I'm saying is that whenever you ask Way Forward about Smash, they go silent. They don't say anything. So that must mean that Shantae's in. If Shantae, I would say Shantae and 2B are like among my highest of most wanted. If both of those characters got in, I don't know what I would do. I would like have to gift out a bunch of gift subs or something. Shantae would be cool. People are arguing about a new Rayman game. Spyro and Crash. Oh my god. I remember this. I would be surprised if Shantae made it. Hi, Kaferi. Hello, hello again. That's a really cool render of Shadow. Legs. That's really cool too. I remember this screenshot of Mario and Mega Man. Shrek. How could we forget Shrek? Goku. Junkrat. Lily and Scylla for Smash. Poggers. That sounds amazing. Guys, do you see the screenshot? Do you see the screenshot? Alright. Hear me out with the screenshot. Is this loss? Look at the positioning. DDD. Imagine a line across the center, vertically and horizontally. Okay? Is this loss? It's loss. This is an official screenshot. God damn it. It totally is, though. Arl from Puyo Puyo. Yeah, that would be sick. I don't get it. You either get it or you don't. It is what it is. TF2 heavy. 2B, please, 2B. God, please, I want 2B so bad. I want. Look. You guys can't tell me that you wouldn't want this song in Smash. Wait, no, that's the wrong version. This one. This song is crazy. You never played Nier? Hey, that's fine. Its soundtrack is so good. Like, oh my gosh, the soundtrack for Nier is phenomenal. God. I'd like to have more Persona music. They left out so many good Persona songs, honestly. And now there's even more good ones now that newer games have come out. Like, obviously the biggest one that they left out. This one. Oh my god, this song is insane. Persona Q2 also has amazing music. If If Chibi isn't a character, then it'll be a spirit. Nah. I'd be so sad if Chibi was a spirit. This song's a jam. Still is streaming. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna stream Mega Man later tonight in probably like 5 or 6 hours. We're doing Mega Man 8 because Mega Man Monday is finally coming back after 2 weeks of not having it because I've had to move and stuff. So expect to see me live again in around 5 or 6 hours. And I'm doing a blind playthrough of Mega Man 8. It's the only Mega Man mainline game that I've never played. Although I played the first level, but that's about it. So I'm very excited for that. I'm doing a full playthrough. I hope to see you all there. In the meantime, go give Scylla some love, because I love her with all my heart. She's amazing. And then tomorrow, Nintendo E3 reaction. I might even use my face cam for that, just because I like it. Until then, guys. Bye bye.